I'm Daz. Well, I have this habit sometimes of starting to collect a certain make of radio, then I end up collecting too many, but no, not really. The first ITT radio I think I owned in my collection was this one. This is a ITT Golf Electronic. A friend of mine donated it to me, said, I'm getting a DAB radio, would you like it? I said, yes please. It's an FM radio, but with a difference, because you probably noticed it's a stereo here. So it's a sort of portable FM radio which plays in mono through its speaker, and then you've also got a stereo decoder, and you've got a stereo jack here, and an external aerial output as well as your DIN. So, you know, I thought, oh, this is a lovely radio. You've got presets for FM as well, so it's a really nice luxury radio. Now, I know I know a lot of people collect Grundigs or Roberts, but I honestly think the ITTs are worth collecting as well, in my opinion. So this is a nice radio. So I haven't had that one. I spotted this one, which is a ITT Palomino, I think that's how you pronounce it. Again, it's a 4-wave band radio, but it also has a preset, but the preset's for long or medium wave, which is kind of cool. So I've got that preset to Caroline, obviously. So that's the second one I had, and to be honest with you, the only thing I've done to these radios so far is it's just been some contact cleaner in the switches and some fader lube in the pots, and that's all really I needed to do. So as I like collecting these ITT radios, a recent birthday has passed and I've been gifted this one. It's a RX 75 Professional, and what a lovely looking radio it is too. It's a tuning scale, so what do they remind you of? A couple of VU meters, don't they? So yeah, very nice radio. Let's just move in a bit more. There we go. So got a headphone socket at the front. Long, medium wave and FM only. AFC dist, so I assume that might have something to do with perhaps distance sensitivity or something on AM band, and perhaps AFC on FM, I'm not sure yet. On off for the radio. There would have been a strap, I assume, but unfortunately I don't have that. There is a main socket somewhere, if I turn it round. Yep. So it's a nice little radio, but I bought it up on the Variac. The controls are very noisy. Okay, so there's a theme there. But also, the reproduction wasn't great, so I'm hoping that there isn't a problem with the loudspeaker, because that would be a shame, because it's a very nice radio. So that will be the thing to find out next.
What on earth is that song? In the silence of a high street, in the whisper, in the night, from the darkness of the empty hours to the early morning light. What is the song? Just work it out and I'll play.
You probably can hear a nasty rattle there, so I'm just hoping it's dirt in the speaker and not anything else. But okay, so on the RX 75 I noticed there's a couple of rust spots here, so there's 2 screws I can see inside the battery compartment, but they're here, so I imagine it's these 3 we're going to need to take off to get past the post first. It's a long one. Let's just see what happens now, if anything. Oh, there we go. There we are. Wow. Yeah, this radio is a little bit older than I probably think it is. Pioneer speaker, interesting. Germanium output stage. Transformer output, wow. I wasn't expecting that. This is a bit older technology than I thought. Now, there's a shield here. That must be perhaps the FM sections under there, or part of it. So yeah, it looks like there's germanium output transistors, probably silicon elsewhere. So yeah, it's older technology than I thought I was going to see inside here. Wow. So these screws are purple. I'm guessing these are a clue. There's another one down there, because the last thing you want to do is undo something to do with the stringing of the dial, so I think these are no. Right, let's go for the purple ones. Yes, so 1, 2, 3 short ones, and this one's a longer one with a washer on it. Okay, just noticed the speaker, it says 7549. This was 83, 75 seems more possibility on there. I just think, just having a quick look, it looks like that might be the FM discriminator there. There's 2 diodes here. There's a single diode here. That might be for automatic gain control. It may not be the AM demodulator, it probably is, but there's your standard red, yellow, white and black. So there's another type of diode there, interesting. I think it's a diode at least. So many transistors we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I bet there's another one under here, but I can't see it. 6, 7, 8, 9 at least I can see. Seems reasonable. I was just wondering there might be an extra IF. Yeah, I can see another transistor under there. It's 10 then. So it looks like we've got germanium AF driver and germanium output and silicon everywhere else. I built this very compact, so I'm assuming the volume knob's going to have to come off, and I ought to really desolder this aerial before I break something. Just having a brief look at the circuit diagram, I can see there's feedback from the output of the audio transformer right back to the driver stage, which is good. Helps reduce distortion, makes it more linear. Good bit of smoothing there. The supply, plenty of decoupling, which is good. There's the usual RF amp and FM mixer. 3 stages of IF when we're on FM, which is probably why it's nice and sensitive. And we've got a separate transistor over here, which looks like the AM long wave. Well, we haven't got long wave, have we? It's the medium wave oscillator and RF amplifier for the ferrite rod. So, ferrite rod, should I say? Ferret. No, I don't think it's a small furry animal. So, yeah, quite an interesting circuit, I must say. So 1.2 watts audio output, which is really good for 4.5 volts. That's quite impressive. Oh, they're quite difficult to get off. Alright, so that's all the knobs off now. Then you discover 2 more purple screws there. Right, this is going to come out. Oh yes, the front panel's coming out, so I guess I've got to pull it this way. Ooh, clunk. And then, oh dear, probably best to put those that way. They're going to come out for me. Oh dear. Making a mess of this. Oh dear. Oh no. Right, I have to be very careful now. I think I can see what the problem is. Oh. The tuning scale got caught and now I've bent it slightly. Oh dear. I see a very small bit of wax sitting on the loudspeaker, but I can see well, it doesn't seem to be rubbing, so maybe a little careful clean of this dust and dirt, and we may be okay. So yeah, on here it was definitely catching a pillar on this corner here, so I have to be careful about that. Just show some of the stringing here, where it disappears down there onto the pulley for the tuning capacitor. I think the main problem I got is access to the pots is not easy. As you can see, there's one, the other one's a bit buried down there, so to get my fader lube in, it's going to be a bit difficult, because you know, you just don't want to be taking this dial cord to bits, I don't think. The only two ways I can really see is there's holes in the pots where they're sort of riveted, the terminals are riveted here. You can see them there, or the other possibility is to take one of the retainer bits of metal that are bent over and try and lift the lid of the potentiometer and squirt it in that way. So I'll have to have a think, and yes, I have got a cold at the moment, HI. Looking at those rivet holes, I've tried poking a resistor lead in to see if they go through, and the answer is they don't. So squirting through those rivets is definitely not going to work. There is a slot here, and the resistor lead does seem to disappear inside, so I can get access to this one from there. Probably about £10 worth just gone in there. And what a bit of luck, I can get access to the slot here. So that's job done. So hopefully we won't have so many crackles now. Very interestingly, there's only a single switch on this. This one is just a false switch to release it, so you've just got this 2-pole one. So the deoxidant, I think, on this.
I have in my right hand the weather forecast.
It looks like this is actually an AM distance switch, because it was very intermittent to start with, but it's working now.
Good news, 9 Celsius over, well, the afternoon temperature.
Annoyingly, I can't see any way into the bank switch. So, yeah, covered both sides. Very annoying, that. So it'll have to go in through the top and just hope it doesn't affect the plastic. That's a very interesting factory fault. The wires obviously got trapped, so need to remove that. Just to check a few of these capacitors, although it's working. Oh, okay, so good base response. So you can see the problem. I just can't connect. Oh, here we go. Try again. Got low ESR anyway. I've managed to get access to a small electrolytic here, so let's have a look. 12 microfarad on a 10 microfarad and 1.66 ESR. I'm quite happy with that. That's quite acceptable. Why would you want to unstring this to try and replace some of the capacitors? Because although I must admit you can get at most of them, but well, yeah, I'm not going to recap it until I have to. When you've got something like this, I just don't fancy restringing it if I had to. I don't mind saying that this is quite a task to clean all these little holes out. Well, the aerial doesn't look great. I'm going to try a bit of foam cleaner. If not, I'm going to have to try and find some chrome cleaner, I think. Well, I picked this up along the way somewhere from an automotive shop, I suspect. So we'll have a go with this and see if it takes the tarnish off the aerial.
Better still till 9 o'clock to see if you are a winner.
Well, the spray has definitely got the chrome shining again, so there doesn't seem to be any rattle anymore, so thankfully it was just the wax that's fallen off the circuit board and got behind the speaker, plus the dust. So I was pretty concerned that something was going to be really bad with the speaker, but no, it doesn't appear so. So there we go. Now I've only got about 3 or 4 other items I've had for Christmas or birthday to repair now, so I'm getting there. One day I might finish off some of these projects. I've got to admit the FM performance on this is excellent, so no realignment needed or anything, so that's really good. So I seem to find with ITT stuff, it just seems to more or less work.
It's Caroline. Thank you for listening. We have a little bit of fun, as you've noticed, when we're on board the radio ship, and we do this every month. Make a date for next month's Radio Caroline North, live from the Ross Revenge. If you want to see what's going on behind the scenes, or at least some...
Well, I think the rattle's gone, so that's good. So give it a go on FM and see what it's like.
It's classic for Bear.
A residential building in Beit-Lahaya in
Forest Spirit in Finland.
structure. Official.
Big. Number 20 is none other than Addison.
And of the gold staff in his hand.
Percent of car maker sales are required to be electric vehicles, but the industry is falling.
It's a shame it stops at 104 megs, because I do have another station that's a little bit further up the dial, but that's where we were in the 70s, so I think it's a nice radio. It's the inside, it's not quite what we expected. It is made in Taiwan, so it might be Pioneer or someone like that who's actually manufactured it, but it's still nice quality radio, besides the point. So yeah, a nice radio. So yeah, I just recently been on holiday in Essex, and a chance to come up to go to the Blackwaters, and managed to see something big and red with my own eyes. So I might pop a picture on that on the end. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.